Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to do the update for Pan That Huge palette. I am working on a huge palette that I'm trying to finish eventually. It will be here for a while. I started a few months ago. It contains 105 eyeshadows, 7 face products, and 7 lip glosses. And I am talking about a palette from Technic called the Wow Factor Remastered. So here you will see a picture of how it looked last time, and this is what it looks like right now. So I think you can see quite obvious differences. I have hit pan on these two bronzers down here. I have expanded these two blushes. I've hit a pan and an eyeshadow. So let's just go through this and talk a little bit more about this. The pan I hit in the eyeshadow section is this very light champagne color. So that is how it is looking right now. It's not a very big pan. I am working on shades like this in other projects, so yeah, couldn't stay on that one for too long. I am wearing several of these shades today in this purpley look. I am using this one right here and the one underneath there. I'm working on this one, and this I think will be my goal to hit pan on until next time. This is a very, very light pink shade. And did I use any more? Yeah, that one as well. To just deepen up a little bit. Not too much. I like it to be a little bit light. And I'm very happy with this. I love wearing purples. I actually think it suits me pretty well. And yeah, so let's move on. I have used these bronzers, and it took me about 43 and 49 uses, I think, to hit pan on both of them. One thing that I didn't manage though, although I thought I would, was to finish these blushes. So we still have a little bit left. It's very hard to reach, so I was like, maybe I should repress it, but there's just so little. So I would just rather take the back of a brush and scrape off a bit and then use it that way to reach into those edges, you know? So let's talk about the stats. Now, my goal is to hit 1 pan every month. I've actually hit 3, 1 eyeshadow pan and 2 bronzers. And then my goal is to use 20 other shades at least. I have used 29 shades, so I have been really good. And I mean, as long as you go for different kinds of looks, it's pretty easy to hit those numbers, I guess. So I have definitely been reaching into this red area. I've loved wearing red eye looks, as well as using this whole section as a blush with a big fluffy brush. I've also used this as a blush and just kind of, you know, dipped my big fluffy brush into this and then into this just to make it a little bit cooler. I don't know that it made any difference. Maybe it didn't really pick up that much of the purple because I you know, it worked better than I thought, but I just didn't see that much of a difference when dipping into this first and then that. So I don't know. I've been using some of the browns, a little bit of the whites and the black, of course. I am seeing a little bit more of a dip around this pan, so maybe we can expand that just a little bit until next time. I think another difference you will see is in this shade up here. I don't think I had this big of a pan last time. I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I've definitely used this maybe 5 times. And when you have pan and use something 5 times and it's like a cream shade, you can usually see that because I use a lot of it. When I use it, I either use it to blend out something and then I use pretty much of it, or I just use it to set my eyeshadow base. And when I say that I set my eyeshadow base, these days I don't really set my eyelid, but I go in with an eyeshadow primer around my whole area here, and then I set above my eyelid. Let me know if you usually set your eyeshadow primer and if you actually go in for the whole area, because what I used to do was go in the whole area with an eyeshadow primer, I topped it off with a color to make it like a smooth color. I did my crease with colors, and then I went in with an eyeshadow primer again on my eyelids for the shimmers to stick. So yeah, I used a lot last year, but this year I feel like I'm a little bit more conservative in how much I use. It just turned out that way this year. I guess because I really want the shimmer to stick anyway and for it to be opaque and stuff, so why set it to begin with, you know? I hope you understand what I mean. I'm not the best at explaining, but what I love about this palette right now is that I can actually begin to see a few dips going on in other shades. So I feel like we've, you know, we're really getting started with this one and we're really getting into it. And I'm going to show you up close what it looks like, so maybe you can see some of those dips. I am a little bit worried about this section, ain't gonna lie, although I am using this to cool some of the brown shades that are a little bit too warm. So that is working nicely. I haven't used the lip gloss at all, I think, this month. Oh, I actually used this one today as well on my lower lash and a little bit on, you know, just the edge here to kind of make a very, very slight wing, or, you know, just deepen it up a bit. So yeah, that is where we're at. Do I have anything more to say? Well, I used 29 shades, I said that. And out of those 29 shades, 4 of them were new ones that I hadn't touched before, so that's always good. I always aim to use at least a few new shades so that I actually have good usage on all of the palette. So I think that's it. I have taken a few pictures of eye looks, I think just 2 pictures or something. So I think I've already inserted those, you know, in the right time in this video, but you know, I am getting a little bit more adventurous. I realized that I haven't been as adventurous this year with my eyeshadow looks. I've gone with the same looks over and over again to hit pan on different shades, and I've drawn so many similar shades as well, so I feel like I've been going with the same look over and over and over again, and throughout the year maybe I've had like 5 different go-to looks. So it was really fun to play around with some purples today. I am not doing that very often anymore, but I am certainly getting into it. So I really look forward to wearing more purples this month. And that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and then I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye!